Hey, we are going live. Hey, everybody, welcome to our Success Mastermind for Monday, the 25th of July, 2022. I'm John Lavenia, and we got some of our favorite peoples tuning in live with us right now. We got some more peoples tuning in via YouTube. Welcome, you guys. Glad you're here. Today being Monday, we do have our book study group that's going to be coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. We're going to be covering chapters 6 through 10 of How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. So I'm excited about that because I think we can all use reminders, and I think no matter where you're at on the path, it's always a good thing to kind of, you know, keep remembering there's the North Star, right? There's where we're going, and that we actually can, right? That we actually can do this. One of the things that Carnegie's talking about in this book is the idea that something can be done about it. All right, there's no need to worry. You can do stuff. So we're going to go ahead and do that. What else? Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. I know I did. I got to hang out with family, and we got to do fun stuff. And I got to I edged my sidewalks. That was cool, right? Yeah, it's good stuff. All right. So on to present time. I want to talk with you a little bit about today about who your business serves, and you getting clear on that, because I know we got a lot of different kinds of entrepreneurs here, and including myself. I'm a different kind of entrepreneur, and I have recently started taking a course on well, it's on a few things, but one of the main base modules that I'm going through with this course from a guy who has sold a lot of things online. Okay, see, I still learn too, right? So I don't care how far you are down the road, keep on, keep that student hat on, right? But anyway, this guy's talking about your ideal customer, right? But more than that, he's talking about who does your business serve from a variety of angles. So I wanted to cover this with you since it's fresh in my mind, and I think it'll serve you as well. And it's not going to cost you $2,000 to enroll in the course, or $3,000, or whatever we just paid for it. So so here's the idea. Okay, first and foremost, how does your business serve you? Great question. Oh, isn't that selfish? Well, I mean, we got to start where you're at, right? So you're going to do a business or a variety of businesses. Some of us have multiple operations going on. Okay, well, what does it do for you? For you, go ahead, be self-centered for a moment there, right? I mean, it better do something for you, and it's not just money, by the way. Okay, so your business serves you in such a way. Let me give you an example. There are different kinds of entrepreneurs that have different barometers for what would be the ideal scenario. What's the perfect business for them? And so let's say you've got anybody familiar with a guy like Gary Vaynerchuk? So he is, right, a wine expert, and he got into like online marketing, and anyway, he's become like a social media expert, and millions of people listen to his stuff. But this guy has very, very openly a drive that, like, he never takes breaks, right? Oh, it's only 9 o'clock at night, we can fit in 2 more meetings. Like, he just lives to work. Okay, so that's his approach, right? And his business serves him in that way that he gets to have endless work and make money too. All right, so money is part of it. Okay, but his ideal scene includes him working all the time. Anybody ever heard of a guy named Tim Ferriss? He wrote a book called The 4-Hour Work Week. Obviously, a different ideal scene. So how does his business or businesses serve him? Well, it gives him freedom, flexibility, in his case, absence, right? He's not even there, right? So there's a different ideal scenario in terms of how we assess or qualify that a business could serve us. Now, personally, I kind of think I'm somewhere in the middle between those. I like my work. I also like getting paid. And I also like having freedom and flexibility, right? To go do stuff with family and everything like I just did on the weekend. Okay. Question for everybody here. Here's the question. If you had and you may already, okay? But if you had a business that was running at least to the degree that all your bills were paid, and the only reason you had to show up was to scale, to expand, right? To, make it even bigger, stronger, faster, or whatever, but it's running on its own. It's at that phase where your employees, your outsourcing people, your systems, your automations, right, is running that business for you without you showing up. Here's the question. Would you still show up? Or would you be out doing, every day's another day at the beach or whatever? Good question, I think. There's this idea of thinking with the end in mind, right? So that's what I'm asking you to do. All right. So whatever enterprise you've chosen or whatever you're finding yourself in, are you barking up the right tree? Hopefully, right? I remember hearing Tony Robbins saying something about how his Robbins research was evaluated at $1 billion. What does he do? Motivational speaking. He teaches some NLP stuff. He gets people jumping up and down. And okay, worth $1 billion until he tried to sell it. Right. So it's Tony Robbins that people are buying, right? It's not Robbins research. And Tony Robbins is not for sale. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying we're evaluating what is something worth with you or without you. So if you're more like a Gary Vaynerchuk personality and you just live to work and you will, die at your desk or something or on a plane on the way to your next meeting, okay. But if that's not it, well, okay. But you got to know that. How does your business serve you? Next question. How does your business serve your business? Oh, this is an interesting one. Okay, so you've got, I'll just use myself and Shannon as an example. So we've got our enterprises, plural, right? And we've got this, affiliate income stream, and we've got our shopping club memberships, and we've got our, we're about to launch a SaaS, right? Software as a service, and we're our coaching programs, which is what we're best known for, books, right? And stuff, which don't really make a lot of money. I suppose they could, but here's, you make $5 on a book or whatever. This mastermind group, right? That's one of our enterprises. Okay. Again, not like a high ticket one, our pro level coaching and stuff. Yeah, that's more substantial. But if we look at each of them, can we ask, and we can, and can we answer, how does that enterprise fit into, how does it serve my business or my business life or my business goals? So let's say you had a low ticket offer, right? So here's a book, right? A book would be a low ticket offer. Spend $20, $5.50, whatever, right? Low ticket offer. Here is the published text. And what is the purpose of that publication, that enterprise, right? Here you are publishing a book, in this case. How does that serve your business? Do you have an answer for that? Well, I'll tell you what, I could tell you in my case, a book is kind of like a really cool business card, So what do you do? Oh, I'm an author, and oh, you're an author. So that's cool. And then people read the book. Next thing you know, they show up at johnlavenia.com. Maybe they go ahead, if they're smart, and they get a membership here at the mastermind group. Maybe they buy everything we've ever published, right? That would be really smart, in case you're wondering. That would be really smart. Not everybody does, okay? But there is a purpose for the book, and the book is kind of a calling card and an on-ramp to what? To be more known in the marketplace, gain some cooperation in terms of, if somebody actually reads the book. The fact that they bought it doesn't mean they're going to read it. But if they read it, they're like, oh, holy shit, this guy knows stuff, right? Let me go check out more stuff. So what is that? Upsell, right? Now they're into other funnels, other offers. Okay, and that's a good reason, I think, to publish a book. That, in addition to the fact that you've actually got something, was another purpose of that for my business, right? It's a way to have a platform, right? To communicate to the world, right? So that's another purpose of that particular business? These are questions that you could ask yourself and come up with some answers about, right? So how does your business serve you? How does it serve itself in terms of your portfolio of whatever you do to earn money, right? And if it's not serving that purpose, well, then maybe, take a look at that, right? Just like if your business isn't serving you in the way that you ideally would like it to, right? If you're barking up the wrong tree, well, you got to take a look at that, right? Make some adjustments, right? See how you can steer it in the right direction. Or in some cases, abort, right? I had to abort a business project just 2 months ago. Next question. Getting clear on who your business serves. All right, how does it serve your customer? So now, here's somebody who is going to exchange money with you. I guess the first thing you got to do is kind of figure out who is that person. What do they want? Because that would be great. I serve my customer by delivering copious amounts of octopus, and it is the best octopus in the world. And man, you're on the monthly subscription of octopus, but you don't like seafood, right? Or sushi or octopus in particular. I picked octopus because most people don't sit around craving octopus. Like, oh, holy crap, I can't wait till the next time I eat octopus. When my daughter was a toddler, I used to, you're hungry, you want snacks, what do you want? Octopus? No octopus, right? So, okay, so wrong target, right? You don't want the octopus. And so if my business, if that's what it does, if that's the service it provides, I damn well better know like what you want. And if it's not octopus, again, barking up the wrong tree, right? So who is the ideal target audience for what you've got? And again, you can assess, and is this serving them? Am I hitting the right target, or do I need to adjust on my end, or do I need to look for a different public, right? Wrong target, get a different target, right? And here's the thing, there's the chicken and egg scenario. So, which came first, right? So we have, here's the benefits, calligraphy, e-commerce, coffee mugs, shopping clubs, octopus, beamers, right? Fill in the blank. Here's the item. And here's the, here's the wants, the needs, the demands of the marketplace. We gotta, which comes first? Well, hold on. If I don't have a product, well, then obviously the demand comes first. Like, what do people want that I think I could create a product to fill that need? Where most people are at is, I do have a product. Here's my widget, here's my octopus, here's whatever, right? And now I got to go find the people who are willing to exchange with me for that. So which comes first? I'll tell you what, I think that's a tough question. That's a tough question, right? So if me personally, John Lavenia, if I discovered that there is an enormous glut of people who want golf lessons, okay, and they just can't wait to spend money on golf lessons, I'm not going to create that product for them. Now, maybe I could contract with some other people who know and are good at golf and actually give a damn. No, not me. I cannot serve that target. So we will be best suited to work with and gain cooperation in a sphere of expertise that we have some natural proclivities, right? Some natural tendencies and leanings and aptitudes, because interest renders aptitude. I'm into octopus. Okay, so actually, personally, I'm not. But if I was, oh man, I'm the octopus guy, and it's easy for me to be the octopus guy. For those of you just tuning in late, what the hell is John talking about? I used octopus as an example of a product that some people could want. Anybody on here? No. Okay, that's what I thought. So, like your monthly shipment of octopus, probably not. Now, if I was selling to Japanese restaurants, right? And I'm the seafood supply company. Oh, holy shit, man, this guy's got the octopus. You know what? We need that octopus on the menu. So different target. Well, which comes first? You're gonna have to work that out. I'll tell you, professional marketers, they have a tendency to look at the market before they decide on the product. It's a bit more, thinking ahead. Okay. On the other hand, if you look at anybody ever seen a TV show called Shark Tank? So you've got these investors, potential investors, and then you got somebody pitching an idea for a product which typically already exists. They've test marketed it, or they've manufactured it, or they've got the patent on it, and they want investment money to scale up and to do whatever needs to be done to more fully deliver that idea that they had into the marketplace. So now they're typically coming with a product that already exists, and the potential investors, the sharks, right? They are looking at, if I put $1 million on that, how can I make 2 million? They're thinking about connecting the product to the marketplace. And is it worth, me taking that risk? So you see, since we're in this conversation, which is all based on the platform of entrepreneurship, we got to understand that there's risk involved. And anytime that we say we're going to go down this road, that means we're not going to go down that road. So I'm going to have to make some choices, and I'm going to have to use some discriminating thought. If I say yes to this, I'm going to have to say no to that. So when we're asking these questions about, getting clear about who does our business serve, the corollary to that is, well, who does it not serve? Right? For you to be outrageously attractive to your ideal customer, you must be repulsive to the not ideal, who would never be a customer, right? And then, of course, there's lukewarm and all that in between. But that reminds me of a Bible quote. Janet, you probably know it. If you're lukewarm, I will spew you from my mouth, or something like that, right? So you can't be lukewarm, right? I think there was a Solomon thing. I don't know. It sounds cool, though. So you can't be lukewarm. You got to stand for something. And so one of the things you could stand for is, I serve these people in this way, which again means I do not do all these other things, which no interest, no match, no talent here, no interest there. Fine. We're talking about getting clear about who your business serves. So how does it serve you? How does it serve your portfolio of enterprises as an entrepreneur? Who does it serve in terms of your ideal target audience? And then what does it do for them? This is the thing where I will admit, I've had ambiguity. Let's just take this form right here. Here we are. I was thinking about what is the actual product of the John Lavenia Success Mastermind? Like, what is the quantifiable, observable result? How does it serve you? By the way, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Okay, but obviously you're all here, right? As people who are receiving something, and here's how I describe it. I serve entrepreneurial people who want greater results in less time with less guesswork. They benefit by having a clear and workable understanding of how to incorporate proven principles into their daily actions. That's the product. But I like that. Am I like, is there a better way to word that? Am I missing something? Right. And here's the biggest question of all that. How is that communicated to those who aren't already, they don't know, right? The uninitiated, right? The public. How is that communicated to the public? Now think about your business. I just talked about one of mine. Okay. Now think about yours. All right. We've got accounting and reporting services here. We've got Beamer. We've got shopping clubs. We've got coffee cups, e-commerce, calligraphy, right? Violin playing, right? So what is the product? And why does your audience care? Your ideal customer. Why do they care? Why do they say, yeah, here, have some of this worthless money. I want that. Great question. Oh my goodness, great question. Back to the Shark Tank. That's what these people, here they are, right? They're like, oh yeah, that's the thing, right? What was that one thing? It was a silly little thing. They sold like millions of dollars worth of this crap. It was a little stool, like, I don't know, maybe 12 inches tall, a little plastic stool that you put in front of the toilet, and then you put your feet on the stool instead of having your feet on the floor. So it changes the posture. So instead of the legs being here, the legs are kind of up, right? And so it's more of like a squatting position, squatty potty. That's it, squatty potty, right? And like, it's just a little plastic stool. Millions of dollars. What? Because you get slightly better posture when you're sitting on the toilet? Look, I'm not telling you that it has to be profound. Clearly it doesn't. Okay. You just need to have an answer. And no answer. See, I told you what I wrote down for, like, what is the product? Like, why do people care? Like, what are you actually getting? What is my intention that you get based on this particular iteration of business? Well, that was my first draft on that. Can you change it later? Yeah. Here's what you can't do. Actually, you can do whatever you want. Here's what I would suggest you don't do, is sit around waiting to have the perfect answers for all this stuff. Right? How does my business serve me? Well, come up with an answer, damn it. Come up with an answer. I'm not saying you have to be right. Just have an answer. Just get it done. And you can always come back and adjust. But how many people are walking around in a state of chronic ambiguity, fog, nebulous, vague, like friggin', I don't know, I don't know. Man, I'm so friggin' sick of not knowing. So write this stuff down. Be wrong. But at least it's done, and then you can go be less wrong. We've got to get unstopped. If you're stopped, you got to get unstopped. Come up with an answer to each of these. How does your business serve you? How does your business serve itself? Who does your business serve? And then what do they get? What do they get? And I'll tell you what, if you want to take this down now into, like, all right, now it's time for the sales pitch. Okay, here's the most simple and compelling sales pitch you can give to the right target audience. Okay, here it is. Just 3 parts. It's just 3 parts. Here's what we got. Here's what it'll do for you. Here's what you do next. Sham wow. Ladies and gentlemen, right? Check out the ultimate chamois. It sucks up the spilled drinks, right? What will it do for you? It'll make your cleanup jobs easier, right? Save time, money, effort, right? What do you do next? Call the toll-free number. Operators are standing by. Buy 10 million of these things right now, right? Here's what we got. Here's what it'll do for you. Here's what you do next. Why did that work? I don't know if any of you remember the ShamWow commercials, okay? But why did that work? Or pick something else. The Ginsu knives, right? It slices, it dices, right? And if you act now, you get all the other shit with it, right? You get the bonus, right? For 3 easy payments of $19.95. Operators are standing by. So why did that work? Because they targeted the right people and they demonstrated what they wanted. They wanted the complete knife set, right? So they don't have to buy anything else. They get it all, okay? With ease and comfort, convenience. They hit the target. By the way, my mother bought the Ginsu knives. They were crap, right? It was a shitty plastic handle, right? It was garbage. I've got knives now, kitchen knives, that like one knife is worth more than the whole Ginsu knife set. Of course, we're going back to, what was that, the 1970s or 80s? 3 easy payments of $19.95. I don't recall the exact price, but let's say it was $60 for all of it, right? How many people in your kitchen right now have, like, some really nice cutlery? Like, it ain't no $60 for a whole set. Okay, $6 for one. And again, the person, living out of a hut or whatever, they don't give a damn, right? They just want to use a pocket knife or something. Okay, so wrong target for the premium, German or Japanese cutlery, right? Wrong target. Actually, we were gifted a 2-piece knife set that from Japan, and it's like samurai quality, like holy crap, the steel. I mean, it's like amazing. By the way, has anyone here ever held an actual katana, like a samurai sword? I had a samurai sword. It's in my father's house now, and because his wife likes the whole Japanese theme stuff, I've got nowhere to put it. But this thing, it's like for real. It is razor sharp. It is. I'd rather have somebody, come at me with a gun because they could maybe miss. But that sword, that is a deadly, like, holy shit, deadly weapon. Unbelievable. Yeah. The Japanese know something about swords. So do the elves. So I've heard. I watched Lord of the Rings. The elves apparently know something about swords. They glow when the orcs are. Anyway, I'm done talking. I love you guys. We got to get clear on who your business serves. And you're one of those people. Or you should be. Unapologetically, right? Should serve you as well. You guys got any ideas on any of this, or feedback for me on, like, what are we, what do I offer, right? What does this bring you, right? You got, I see some notes about octopus in here. If you don't want octopus, you must not really be really hungry. That's true. Thank you. Actually, I have eaten octopus, right? Sushi, right? You get the rice and a little bit of octopus. Anyway. All right. Any thoughts on this? Getting clear on who your business serves. Are none of you in business? Did I just completely miss the target? No? None of you are in business? Okay.
John, thank you for this, because I like the way this was phrased. The octopus thing that I put in there, if you don't want it, you're not that hungry. That was the kind of line that was fed to me when I was little. Oh, you don't want bread and butter? Then you must not be that hungry. That was the kind of thing. Right. And that's from parents that were raised during the Depression. So, things necessarily had to be thought of in a certain way.
Right.
I really like what you've done with this, and I like your samples of the knives and the different things, because that makes it very simple. Here's what we have for you. Here's what it will do for you, and then the action step, and here's what to do next. And Shannon has pointed out that that's often missing in our offers, but and that's very important, because if people go, I like that, I don't have any action step,
right?
So that's really important, and I like that. This in a way makes it more simple and approachable than some of the ways that we've been told. So I like what you did this morning. That was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good.
I think that your statement, if it's an elevator pitch, it has to be a lot of floors it's going through in order to get all of that out. So, it
wasn't an elevator pitch. It was a stated, intent of benefit. Right.
But it's very long.
Okay.
I have to stay with you a long time to get the whole thing. That's just my suggestion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. But thank you for this, because it's so your course is serving us, the one you're taking. And thank you for passing that on to us. So that's,
I've invested hundreds of thousands into my own education so that there's something, worth you paying for when I open my mouth. Right.
Absolutely. But thank you. I thought this was all really good.
Thank you, Janet. Glad you're here. I see my friend Ingrid lingering in the background. Do you see Ingrid over there? I see her. I see you. All right.
Hey, John.
Anybody else? Hey, what's up, girl?
Just popped in, had a minute. I wanted to hear what was
Yeah.
up. What was
Yeah.
up?
You kicking ass? You doing it?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Good times.
So
Call me later.
I will, but I'm curious
Right.
about this. So I like that short, the 3-step thing,
Uh-huh.
qualify, and basically explain how the next step's going to be.
Mm-hmm. Here's what we got. Here's what it'll do for you. Here's what you do next.
Right.
And
That's
you know
good.
what, Ingrid and everybody, we could break this down into like little. So let's say you were writing an email, right? So here's the item, right? Here's the benefit. Here's the call to action. Down to like little things. Let's say the whole purpose of the email was to get somebody to watch the video, right? You tell people, adjust your speakers and click here to watch. Like, don't let them think, okay? You tell them, command what to do.
It's really incredible to me sometimes
Yeah.
how I used to think it was a little bit pushy
Mhm.
to say, okay, so, but I think people, it's a certain confidence when you're at the point where you can just say to people, okay, so now what we're going to do is da 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 da. And it's a bit of posture.
Sure.
And it makes people, people want to be led. It sounds awful, but it's really true.
Most people. It puts
Everybody
people
does at some point. Like they just don't know. Some people go, okay, what do I do now? And then they're helpful because they've actually given you all the signals. What do I do now? Right. But everybody does, I think, in some form, even if it's not as, this is pretty what's the word? In your face leading, but everyone wants to know that whoever they're dealing with knows what they're doing, and so they will expect some guidance. Let's call it that, for better word.
Right. So you could put people at ease, right?
Yeah,
Here's
totally. They
Ingrid.
get way more comfortable.
Yeah. So here's Ingrid, who's confident and knows where she's going, and then here are the others who are not as confident as she is, or are vague, or whatever. And now, just by being around Ingrid, they're not so vague anymore. Well, now they're taking action, right? We got to get off of those maybes, right? We got to get into yes, no, like do, don't do, right? But not maybe. So that's where that leadership comes in, right? Now, who would, let's say you had a business opportunity, and you could say, well, here's the potential to make this money, and here's what the product is, and blah 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 blah, and you can talk about all the different moving parts. Okay, that has an appeal to some people, but here's what would appeal to more people is like, if you do this and this and this, step 1, 2, and 3, you'll make the money. Oh, well, sign me up for that. Simple, linear. I don't have to think so much. You're just telling me what to do. So for a lot of people, that would seem like, well, I've got a higher confidence level now because you're telling me what to do to get the result. Now, hopefully, you know, if you wrote the instruction book, right, you know what the instructions should be. And it also doesn't take into account the biggest consideration of all, which is, who are these people who are you instructing to do this? Are they people with any integrity? Are they willing to keep showing up, right? Or are they just expecting that because they did 1, 2, and 3 once or twice that like money is going to fall from the sky or something? No, I mean, there's got to be. I mean, why do we talk about principles so much? Because more important than steps 1, 2, and 3 is who's doing steps 1, 2, and 3. Who? Ingrid's got her hand up again. Did I cut your communication off? Go ahead, Ingrid.
No, not at all. I just had another thought and question. So then it's really it's really useful to ask people pretty well right away, like what their intention is with, if they're going to do a business and whatever it is, if they want to do this business opportunity, how much they want to do. So like with the Melaleuca, it's like, what do you want to be, a 1, a 2, or a 3?
Mm-hmm.
And with Beamer too, I mean, we just ask them basically, how many hours do you see in this? Are you friends and family, part-time, going to make a go of it, so that you can tailor your stuff, right? Because you don't want to fire hose someone who just really wants to, sell a Beamer to their mom.
Right. Have you found
like
that
a need to know basis, right?
Sure. Have you found that people can accurately answer that assessment? Like, do they even know?
They don't, but the fact that they have answered it, they have no clue. But the fact that they've answered it, somehow, I think it gives them options. Like they go, oh, no, I think I'm just gonna, I don't, because I'll just say, maybe you don't want to do anything. Maybe you just want to buy another device at a discount. They go, oh, okay, phew, I answered the question right. And then pressure's off, and then they start to see that they feel better, whatever, and they're talking to people without even meaning to, and then gosh, then all of a sudden, it doesn't really matter what they say, right? You know that from Melaleuca, it doesn't matter. You're just basically starting a dialogue of, it's actually, some people don't even have the courage to think that they might actually be taken seriously as wanting to do a business. So the fact that you even ask them, they are feeling a little bit confident.
Right. Right. So in any business scenario like that, no matter if it's, affiliate marketing or like in your case, right, with a Beamer, that's more of, I would call, well, mid-ticket, direct sale. Or if it's, like on the low end MLM kind of stuff, there's this whole idea that you can somehow predict, and it's a false idea, by the way, that you're going to predict who's going to do what. Like, oh, they're going to do it, right? They're going to be the next top producer or something like that. Same thing back when I was in the in corporate sales, right? There's what some people call buyer radar, right? Like that person's going to buy. As long as I've been around, I never got my buyer radar kit. I have no idea. I have no idea. So, oh my goodness. So don't prejudge, right? Do your research. They didn't do their research. So that means you do your research, right? So you can know more about the customer than they know about themselves. Mandy, my friend. What's up, Mandy?
Hi, John. Hi, everybody. Yes, I like your 3-point thing. There's one thing I would point out in there, which you said anyway, but is quite important. And that is that when you're showing them what it can do for somebody, it has to be the benefits they're getting, not just the features that product has. Because sometimes people get mixed up between features and benefits. So it might. Sorry, say that again, Ingrid? It
has to speak to them. No one cares about the feature of the car. Like they just don't care that it has, I don't know, gold locks. They want to know how they're going to feel when they're driving along on this sucker.
Yeah. And that becomes more the benefit, how they're going to be driving along, and emotion, as you said. And then the call to action. And also, so you have to know your avatar, which you've already said, but also which niche it's in. So you may have 2 different sort of avatars that you could have. So it might be a low-hanging fruit, it might be a high ticket. You've got to know which one you're aiming at, because you can't necessarily aim at both of those at the same time, because they want different things and different benefits from what you're offering, and probably different programs, even though you might have both programs. And the other thing is also is that if you're dealing with, the person you're dealing with is going to want you to sell it to them in a slightly different way. So if you've got somebody, if I take 2 extremes, you've got what we would call a controller and an analyzer. So the controller is going to be somebody who is just everything quick, get this done, get this out. They don't want you to be sitting there telling them everything about this product. They just want you to say, like, this is what it is, this is what it can do, here you are, do this. and then they're more likely to go and sign the line or whatever. Whereas if you've got somebody who's more of an analyzer, they want to know everything about that product. They want to know how it works. They want to know what the risk is. They want you to be talking to them about it. They might buy it still, but they want more and more information. So it helps you to know what type of person that you're selling it to as well. And you can't always tell that, I know, but you can, with a controller you can, because if you're talking to them and getting to know them more and more, then you will find out the sort of person that they are.
Sure.
So I think that's what I had. Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up, Mandy, because where Ingrid was talking about people wanting to be led. So here's the controller, the driver, the red type personality, who doesn't want to be led, let's say. Okay. In that case, right, you can lead them by more of like a challenge, right? I remember once I was talking with this person, but I'm not sure about this and that. We were looking at a sales opportunity, and this person was doing about $50,000 a month with it, and he said to me, because he identified me as that controller type personality, he said, "Well, maybe you think I'm a better salesman than you." Oh, sign me up right now.
Bingo.
Sign me up, right? Yeah. Right. Now, on the opposite end, and this is more like quadrant selling. If you guys are familiar with, the driver, the analyst, the enthusiast, and the plotter. Okay. So the opposite of the driver would be the plotter. Yellow, right? Slow to make decisions, wants leadership, wants to be led, right? Which is where somebody like Ingrid can come in and install confidence in them just with her own beingness. In fact, Ingrid, Shannon and I were just talking about you the other day, right? Because we had somebody who was looking at working with us, which we didn't wind up enrolling, but working with us in our high level coaching program. And we were talking about the industry of home business and all this, and then your name came up. And we were like, well, Ingrid's freaking awesome. I said, yeah, Ingrid. Shannon's like, Ingrid can sell. I'm like, yeah. Ingrid's a freaking savage. Yeah. So we were just loving on Ingrid a little bit, in contrast to this other person who.
Oh dear.
Yeah. We're like,
it didn't
Ingrid,
work.
Yeah. We're like Ingrid fans over here. All right. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, everybody. Any last thoughts on this?
Sounds like I need to
clear-
give you a challenge, John.
Give me a challenge. Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. All right. Get it clear on who your business serves. You, itself, and then who else, and then how. Okay. So it serves me this way. It serves my business portfolio and my lifestyle as an entrepreneur this way. It serves so-and-so, right? Because these are the things that they want. And then how does it do that? Here's what it actually delivers. Here's the product. Okay. I don't mean product like in the box product. I mean the benefit that they receive, the result, the outcome. Get clear on that, guys. And then you could send me a check for $3,000, which is what I just paid. Well, that was just a module 1 of this course I just went through. So there was more to it than that. But anyway, that was the biggest takeaways that I got from it. I'll see you guys tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, chapter 6 through 10, I believe, of How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. Dig in,